Sometimes we'll come across two rectangular crater structures together. It's very rare. I've only seen one previously. That was in a separate episode I've done. We can see this pattern start to emerge probably even from about 4.5 kilometers. So as we zoom in, we see a definite square structure. Now I believe these ones are actually rod cylinders that are not vertical but horizontal. So I don't see any shadow formation. And they all have these square excavations. Now this one has 2 or 3 internal towers in this one here. We'll just check on those using the time of the day feature, see if they disappear or not. Yes, they do. So obviously these are important according to the angle of the sunlight. So these pictures are taken with these images shown. Now they start to blur a bit at close-up. Now basically what we have again is a perpendicular rod-like features on the ground on the opposite side, on the ground level. And this can be seen as well on the one down here. We have a perpendicular squarish type of angle there. This looks horizontal rod. I'll just measure that feature there. That looks pretty big. So that's 120 meters. So usually the case is where we see one, we'll see one more, usually two more. Here again we see this squarish perpendicular pattern appearing. It's a little bit less evident in this one here. That's a square shape there, very bright rods. That rod there looks like a cross shape. Then we have one long one. Now these look all horizontal, they're not actual vertical rod cylinders. And we see a definite square outline on this angle here on the outer side, and also what looks like a shadow there of a tower nearby. Now this is a lot more pronounced in these two together, so always for some reason you'll see two square shapes very close together. Let's go and analyze this one. This looks horizontal, not vertical. We'll do a quick measurement test on that one. It's about 80 meters. It's very bright, that one. Now, as normally happens, you'll see a crater. There's one or two structures in the crater, which you can see in here. And there's a border on the opposite side. Now, these borders are more like horizontal rods. You've got one there with a perfect T-bar on it, T-bar intersection there on that one. That can be seen pretty well, that one there. On here we have two close together. Now I'll just do a rough estimate of the width of each square excavation structure. It's about 120 meters square. We've got one on the other side as well. There's one or two rod structures in it. And here we have what looks like towers with shadows. See the areas of shadows. We've got greenery happening around the area, which again on Earth greenery represents vegetation. So these are very squarish patterns with tubular structures. Not that clear as we like it, but relatively clear. And we've got one structure going up there as well that outlines, I think, what looks like a courtyard up here. From higher up, it looks just a bit clearer. So this is a very definite pattern which you could probably even pick up from 5.3 kilometers up. And definitely from about 2. You'll start to see the square pattern come in form, and the one down the bottom as well. Now these towers look as though they're actually horizontal on the ground rather than vertical. I can't tell, but that's my view from up here, because I don't see that shadow actually coming across. And they're about 120 meters square. If we quickly zoom in and expect to find similar structures, we might be lucky. Usually the rule is you find one, you'll find more similar ones with that square type of shaping. So I'll just do a quick scan to try to see this theory works. And in this case, obviously, it's not that easy to find other ones nearby. Actually, we spoke too soon. Here we go here. That looks like a very pronounced square shape there with a border around the side. These ones look as though they're actually elevated towers. We'll do a quick measurement on that one. It's about, they're not that tall, it's about 40-50 meters, but we have that zigzag excavation around it. So yeah, just as I assume there isn't, one popped up, but very poor resolution in this case. Not that easy to find. We'll just browse some more randomly and just see if that rule applies. So we're doing this at a height that's not too high, but yet close enough to actually pick up any structures that we find. So it looks like for now that is the only example. Just with a bit more scanning nearby, I found one more square type of structure right there. We'll see the square outline, we'll see the towers in the middle, what looks like courtyards around it, and if we go nearby we'll see a zigzag pattern of a tubular structure and what looks like a courtyard, but these are very poor resolution images. Again, we've got some square shapes happening down here as well. These are a bit hard to discern, so I won't analyse these further because the images are very hard to pick up.